Hi guys, this is Heidi with Kiddos Corral, and today I want to show you how I make my salad dressing. I make a really good poppy seed salad dressing, and I have been using this on my spinach salads, my kale salads, and I absolutely love it, and it's super easy. The only thing is you want to make this dressing ahead of time because of the fact that you want all of the flavor combinations to utilize and fuse together. So the things you're going to need first is a big bowl and a whisk, which I have. And you're going to want to start out with, and I am referring to my notes, 1 cup of canola oil. So you want to just go ahead and pour the canola oil in. I think I got quite 1 cup. There we go. 1 cup of canola oil. You can use vegetable oil if you like that. You also want to do 5 tablespoons of vinegar. This is just plain white vinegar. That's 5 tablespoons of vinegar. Okay, now you want to add a teaspoon of dry mustard, and that is what I got right here. That in there, and I just kind of start whisking all of this together so it don't clump. You want to make sure that that dry mustard is well incorporated. Okay, next you want to add, now originally this recipe called for sugar, and I'm going to open up my my dishwasher here because it makes a lot of noise in the video. Sorry about that, guys, I just realized. But I use honey instead of sugar. You can also use, I think it's called agave nectar for sweetener. I have been trying to stir away from a whole lot of sugar. So I add, you can either add a 1/3 cup of sugar, but I actually add a 1/3 cup of honey. In fact, when I make a lot of my salad dressings, I use honey anyways, whether or not I'm trying to cut back on the calories or not. I don't really like a tremendous amount of sugar. I mean, I like a piece of cake, I like certain things that are sweet, but not in abundance. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add my honey to this, and you want to just go ahead and start whisking. You want to make sure that you get all that honey. A little trick too when you're working with honey, if you'll spray your measuring cup a little bit with Pam spray or an olive oil spray, it'll come right out. So I've got my honey in there. And then I add minced onion. Now the minced onion, what I do is I just fill the cap of the container. This comes from Aldi's. And I'll put the exact measurements of everything in the description box down below so you guys can see how much I add. But I just add grated onion. Well, it's not grated onion, it's minced onion. You can add grated onion, but I don't have a grater, so I use the minced. I find that it works just as good. And just remember though, when you're working with things that are dry, they tend to be stronger than things that are not. So So then you want to add your poppy seeds in, and that is my timer going off on my oven. Add my poppy seeds in. And I'm going to pause this video for just a second while I get something out of the oven. Okay, sorry about the interruption. I need to set my timer here for what I have in the oven. Okay, so last I want to add to this dressing a little bit of salt. Now, after this sits in the refrigerator, once you get it out, I put it in one of these jars, a mason jar with a lid, so that because your oil and your vinegar is going to separate, so before you serve, you want to give it a good shake up. And then what I do is I stick a spoon in there, I give it a quick taste. If I don't feel that it's quite as sweet as I want it, I will add a little bit of more honey, or I will add a package of Splenda or any kind of sugar. I think I have Truvia, I think is how you call it. I have it right now, or Stevia. Stevia, I think, is the one that I have right now. So any of those you could add a package of, and then, you know, of course, put the lid back on, shake it real good, and try it again and see if you like it. But that is my very simple poppy seed dressing. And I'm going to just go ahead and get that poured into here. I'm going to get my, what is nice about utilizing a canning jar is I have a funnel. Let me make sure you can see this on the screen. I'm pretty sure you can. Yeah. Okay, so I use a funnel, and that way I don't make a mess, and I get all of this yummy, yummy, yummy dressing in here. Whoop. That down. And put the lid on. It smells really, really good. And that is my poppy seed salad dressing, and like I said, it will separate when it is in the refrigerator, but you know, you want to make this ahead of time, but when it separates, just make sure you give it a good old-fashioned shake. I'm going to see if I can give you a close-up on what this looks like inside the jar. You can see the poppy seeds and the onion in there. And it is very, very tasty. I hope y'all enjoyed this Sunday Simple Supper, and I'll be talking to you again soon. Bye-bye.